this is John Piper with a weekend video clip, and it's Saturday the 7th of July, and we're starting with the Nasdaq this morning. Well, this is a chart I showed earlier in the week. So we had the peak up here, 7333, 5 waves down, it's a clear pattern, and the 6932, which I labelled as 5-1 question mark. We then had a clear A, B, C move up to the 50% retracement level. Bit of a spike there on this particular bar. This is a 4-hour chart. We then had a sharp sell-off, suggesting that the decline may have begun. Now at that point, we got divergence in the sense that we then got, in fact, said a rally. So we need to amend the chart here. All right, so this now is an A wave, not a wave 2. This move here is a B wave, and we now have a C wave coming in. With no confirmation it's over as yet, but the basic pattern remains intact. We've got the peak, well, possible peak. We've got the 5 waves down. We've got a very corrective form to this rally, A, B, and now a C. So we'll now go down and have a look at the actual pattern since this B wave low around 7,000. All right, just a couple of points. First, as you know, I'm not a short-term trader. I used to trade very short term back in the earlier days. Now I try and find the bigger moves. I think finding the bigger moves, the right markets, is a far better way of making money than it is to churn short term. That's not true of all traders, of course, but that's my own personal decision. And in recent years, I've had very good positions on the Nikkei Dow cryptos last year, and gold has been very profitable from year to year. And I'm now currently waiting for a low in cryptos, low in gold, and the peak in the equities. I mean, one of my specialities has been picking peaks in equities. The A7 peak is very memorable as the first 4 months of trading. The 1999 peak was forecast in my book, The Way to Trade. I wrote Financial Cataclysm now to forecast the 2007 peak, and now I believe we're at another major peaking process. And we just need the confirmation that the peak is in. If we look at the actual pattern since the B wave low here, then we have an A, B, C there, and then a sell-off, keeping the bears' hopes alive. So here was the, if this is an impulsive move down, that would have been a corrective A, B, C. But buyers came in at 720, pushed us higher. There could be an A wave. It's not easy to count this, but there could be an A wave to this point here, and this could be a B wave low again, and this could be an A, B, C, in which case we could see a sell-off pretty early on Monday. It all comes down to what happens next now. My view is, well, I try not to have a view as such, but a massive reversal, or any reversal, in fact, coming in on Monday, could be set the scene for this decline I've been expecting. I think it's quite possible that too many people became bearish. Once you've got a bearish consensus, then the market's got to shake out the bears. I think this rally may have done that, and we'll see what comes next week. But right now, no change of opinion. I've got stopped out of my short positions here. I had taken some profits, but I still think the main chance is the downside at this point. We look at the DAX, and there's no real change to the overall pattern. We've got the 1 wave, we've got the 2 wave, and we've got a 1, 2, 5 waves down to there, which could be 1 of 3, and now an A, B, C, which could be 2 of 3, with again a possibly imminent reversal coming in as third of a third. The only thing that worries me, of course, is timing, in the sense that we're now got expiry date just a week away. And often you don't see the fast action into expiry. So next week I'd expect a bit of toing and froing rather than anything dramatic. These things aren't mandatory. There can be some factors which overweigh this sort of thinking, but it's only 5 trading days. I mean, we could easily see a sort of 1-2 type move coming in, which doesn't achieve much, but does set the scene for something more dramatic after expiry. Let's go down a leg here. All right, this wave here was the low of this particular sequence I've just shown you, the shorter term sequence. I've already labelled this A. That was a chart went out last week, probably on Thursday. So that's A, B, down to there. I've already got 5 O's up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be C there. This is all a bit dilatory though. We need something a bit more dramatic than that, I think. Doesn't really show any clear signs one way or the other. But the DAX is certainly online for this bigger sell-off I'm expecting. It just depends, again, same as parameters with the Dow. We need to watch the signals next week, but it could be quieter as it is expiry week. All right, finally look at gold this morning. We saw the low here on this major trend line around 1237. I think we've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, ABC 4, 5. That's all wave 3. So wave 3 goes from this point here to that point there. And then we've got a final 4, 5 here. Pretty clear, certainly impulsive move. You can see it's almost straight up from the low. So I count that as a 1. We then got an A, B, C. What we've seen since then is a bit not terribly helpful, really. It could be a 1, I suppose, and this could be a 2, but it's all getting a bit dilatory again. It's getting rather like the previous action we saw near the peaks. Could be a triangle. That's another possibility. But for now, the 5 waves up are quite convincing. I got an extreme stop above this level here. I get 126.1. Extreme stop allows you to basically enter on a move through the major high, thus avoiding sort of getting in here where it's all a bit unsettled. If this is a triangle, we've got A, B, C, D, E. So 5 waves, triangles, only 5 waves. So a breakout now. In fact, one could put an extreme stop at one slightly lower levels if you wanted to. A breakdown here would not be so good, but we could be seeing an ABC. So it could just be that we had seen the A there, which only took us back about 10 points. So 10 points from here would take us down to 1250. So 1250 is one particular target here. So I may want to buy if I see that. Obviously, I want to see a reaction at 1250 rather than just the level itself. The only thing is time. In terms of time, this is getting a bit long in the tooth compared to the rally, but for now that's not a major issue. But there is this 1-2 pattern, or if you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC pattern, suggesting that the next move will be up. What we expect as a minimum is the same move as we saw here, and what we expect as a maximum. So a minimum move on a breakup would be around $22. A maximum move would take us above 1360, 1400, etc., and possibly into a new bull market. Right, that's all for today. If you're interested and useful, back to the report on Tuesday morning for subscribers. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.